AccuWeather forecast. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
From local sports to national newsmakers, this is the show everybody is talking about. Live from the Granite State, it's Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Good morning and welcome to the Mike and Hoss Show, powered by the MM Shop on the Pulse of New Hampshire. I'm Mike Danae, and alongside Charlie Hossack, we are Mike and the Hoss. Dog back in studio. Charlie, nice day outside. Summer's getting close to being over. Red Sox won 2 in a row. And I need to mention before you get going, Red Sox are following us. We are doing the pre-game today. So it's exciting for us. We're going to talk. We're going to see the Red Sox, most of the Red Sox anyway, for the last segment, so we can move right into the pre-game, which is going to start at 12:05.
Yeah, and I'm grateful that they won 2 games because it makes it that much more exciting to talk about the Red Sox.
100%.
As they get closer to postseason. Dog, I know we talked already this week when we did overtime, and I'm sorry that your trip got kind of messed up. And I know that you said you're heading out again in a couple weeks, which will be good. So hopefully that will be a success for you. And had you? I know that you didn't make it to Chicago. Had you been to Chicago before? Would this be
out of this time zone?
Okay, so this would have been the first
time.
Go
to Mexico last year. Supposed to go to France earlier this year. No plane issues there this time. That was just supposed to get an apartment. It didn't work out. So because I had put everything into it, not money, just put everything right. So that I canceled those trips. But I'd never been out of this time zone before, and well, the legend continues.
Oh gosh. So
seriously, you are, no offense, dog, you're kind of hexed as far as traveling right now.
Funny, CJ told me, because I've told you guys when we've talked about this, it should have been a bad sign when the tour guide for the Chicago White Sox retired after 55 years, and they're not doing any tours because I just wanted a tour of Wright Field. Yeah. And that should have been the sign right there. Okay, well, I'll just party in the north side. Well, Mother Nature decided to have the remnants of a hurricane before the hurricane even happened affect Chicago for 2 or 3 games, and then affect my travel and stay in the lovely East Coast for the foreseeable future until at least possibly February, when I could be going to San Francisco. I'm looking to book that in November of this year and then go on February vacation of 2026. I would leave on a Saturday night and then come back on a Thursday night. So.
Wow.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, when you get ready to go to San Francisco, I'll give you some of the highlights because, of course, I lived out there for quite some time.
Yeah.
That being said, you are traveling. Thankfully, you're not leaving the time zone. You're going to Tampa, so it's the same time zone. So you should have a successful trip to Florida.
During hurricane season, no less.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Rolling the dice. You'll be okay. But I've learned a couple things not to maybe consider traveling with you if we're going outside of the time zone.
Don't do it in August. That's the thing. Don't do it in August, because if you remember last year, I was stuck in Cleveland for an additional 2 days because of the hurricane remnants from the south.
And that was a good.
No more August trips. No more August.
Being stuck in Cleveland last year, that was a good thing for you because you got an extra game.
Did against the Arizona Diamondbacks, which they didn't win, and they lost this last interleague series against the Diamondbacks in Arizona, and they've now lost 3 in a row. Guess how many runs they've lost by each the 3 losses?
How many? 1 run.
1 run each.
There's still plenty of room, dog. Plenty of room.
I know.
On the
I'm running up there. They can't keep living dangerously like this. They've got to have a Red Sox run where they've got to just take on better teams or even sucky teams like the Texas Rangers, like tonight, and beat them. They've got to stop that. No more of this fooling around, guys. Bill Nye the Science Guy said you were winning the World Series, and I believe Bill Nye the Science Guy because science rules.
The Sox lost 5 out of 6 against the Marlins and the Orioles.
And
then they go out and they beat probably their 2 biggest wins of the year in Yankee Stadium, which we're going to talk about in a little while. All right. Mike and the Hoss is powered by the Yum Yum Shop, located in the heart of downtown Wolfboro, and can be found on the Pulse of New Hampshire radio stations and all over the world on the Pulse of New Hampshire app. You can always catch up and listen to our previous shows on the Pulse Podcast Network, Spreaker, Audible, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Yum Yum Shop has over 100 varieties of fresh baked goods, including 6 different types of bread and a full-service ice cream bar, and, of course, their most famous item, the gingerbread cookie. Make sure to visit the Yum Yum Shop the next time you're in Wolfboro or online at yummyumshop.com. While you're there, enter the discount code of Mike and the Hoss to receive 20% off a Gingy Box. You can join our conversation, 603-228-2080. That is 603-228-2080. And we want to thank the Heinz Group of Philadelphia and London for sponsoring our stream on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And, of course, social media, Charlie.
We are on X. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. Make sure you give us a like and maybe make some comments. And we like to chat with some of our fans. So that'll be fun.
Right.
We also, before we start, Mike, I just want to also say thanks. I know you already mentioned the Heinz Group. Thank you, Bernie. It was great to see you. He was up visiting here in Wolfboro, and we had a delicious lunch with him. So thank you. It's always great to see you, Bernie. And then maybe next year we can see you with your lovely wife, Martha. So thanks again, Bernie.
All right. We are going to do opening takes brought to you by Back Bay Boathouse,
where you can enjoy delicious food and drinks right next to the lake. Don't forget to order the $5 Mike and the Hoss penalty box during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m.
Okay. You or me?
You're going to go. You do it.
So, like I said, we're going to close our show with Red Sox, and I'm going to open the show with some Red Sox talk, too. I don't know if you guys caught Jarren Duran kind of got a little bit mouthy with the fans again this week.
Yes.
Snap back, shut the F up or whatever. This is his second this year, third instance overall that he's had some issues with fans. We've talked pretty extensively about Duran's mental health issues and how that potentially is going to probably precluded him from really, being traded, because I don't think other teams want to give up much more than they can, because you don't know. He's a little volatile. Mm-hmm. I'm about ready to think that he should stay with the Red Sox long term, that the two of them should come together. It might be the best match for both of them, because I don't think Duran can be successful elsewhere. I think he's risking a lot elsewhere by moving on. And I think he's more valuable to the Red Sox, and they might be able to negotiate some sort of an extension right now. They still got him for a couple more years. They have him controlled for a couple more years. He's going into arbitration. They probably can get him for like 70 cents on the dollar because of the difficulties that he's had. Every time that he does this with the fans, other teams are a lot more hesitant to sign him every single time. And these things are starting to pile up right now. And so, but he's valuable to the Red Sox. He's a decent player. I don't think he's a 3-hitter, which they've been playing him, but he can be somebody that, he is sparking some sort of an offense. He's exciting to watch, especially running the bases. He puts pressure on the other team. And those are things that you want. Now, if Duran didn't have the baggage, and he probably could get himself somewhere 18, 21, 22 million, 5-6 years if he hits it. He's not young. He's going to be 30 by the time he hits it. So he's not young. But that's the numbers that he's looking at. He's never going to get that right now. There's no chance. The teams are not going to go long-term with Jarren Duran, but the Red Sox could.
Yeah.
And hear me out. I look at this as saying, you have this car. It has issues. You think you might need a new car, but maybe you're better off putting a little bit of money into this car and holding on to it for a while, and maybe getting yourself a warranty. And that's how I'm kind of looking at it with Jarren Duran. He's more valuable to the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox are more valuable to Duran, and these two should come together. And maybe you can pick him up for, 12 to 15 million a year, because he's going to net that. And I don't know this is the issues that he's had off field or on field. Do those impact his arbitration? Right. His value at arbitration? I don't know that. I don't know if they look at that. I know it impacts his value at free agency, but I don't know if it impacts. I think arbitration's more of a formula that they look at. But that's what I'm thinking. I think the Red Sox should think about this, that they can, they have Anthony locked up. They have Rafaela locked up. They have Bayo locked up. Duran, they can lock up for, like I said, 70 cents on the dollar. He's not going to get 20 million on the market, but they probably can get him for that 10, 12, 15 million, 4 or 5 years, those kinds of numbers. That gives him some long-term financial security. That gives the Red Sox a player who's been successful for them. And I guess more importantly, it gives Duran a landing spot that he knows he's comfortable in, that he has support. And so it's kind of a win-win. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Mike. I think this would be perfect for Jarren Duran. I also think it would be perfect for the Red Sox, and I think you're right. I don't think he's going to be able to go out there with some of his blowups that he's had, and other teams are going to be overly excited to sign him. The one team that I think about that probably would go ahead and do that might be the Yankees, because they don't care much about anything. But having Jarren Duran signed up, let's just say, whether it's somewhere between 3 to 5 years to have him, kind of solidify him here as a Red Sox outfielder. The fans like him. I like him. I mean, he's a likable guy.
He's liked in the clubhouse too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going for him.
Yeah. So it makes perfect sense. I mean, we'll address it later, but I mean, signing him, like you said, they've signed Roman Anthony. Addressing the elephant in the room later is the Alex Bregman thing. So you got to take a look at that and whether or not if you're signing Duran to a long-term contract, and I know that the money Duran's getting, it wouldn't be anything that Bregman's getting, would that definitely move the Alex Bregman thing off the table? So I don't know. I guess that would be something to think about as well, as far as value for a player, with Bregman versus Duran. So.
Yeah, I think you had a point, and I think if you sign Duran for, like I said, a below market value, then maybe Abreu becomes tradable at that point. Right. And so now you run, the best center fielder in the league right now is playing second base for the Red Sox. And, Ceddanne Rafaela is playing the majority of his games at second base. Offensively, he's been awful. And that gives you Anthony in the outfield and then Duran, which is it's a pretty good outfield. And I think you can move forward with that. Sure. And you're not going to break the bank with Duran. I mean, you're going to have to pay Duran arbitration money, is probably going to be 8 to 10, 12 million in that range in arbitration. So they've gotten out ahead of it with some of the other guys. Why not get out ahead of it with him?
Yeah. The other piece of Jarren Duran is that, we're old, right? We're old men, but he's like, the kids love him. The younger players and stuff, they're excited about him. And that's also another piece where you have the younger generation that really likes Jarren Duran. And how cool would that be to kind of lock him in for a few years? That would certainly help. And
we probably shouldn't forgive the stuff that he's been doing. He needs to shut the F up too. I mean, he does, because this stuff, every time he does this is costing him money. And he needs to, I'm surprised when this happened earlier this week, I said, oh my God, he's done for in New York. They're going to roast him. Remember how they roasted Verdugo when they got under Verdugo's skin and that whole thing? I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet in New York. I wonder if he's got like earplugs on or something like that, because no, I'm serious, because I really thought that he was setting himself up for a long weekend over there.
Agreed.
All right. Want to take a break because I know we're going to have a guest when we come back?
Yes, sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back.
News, traffic, weather, and discussion. Available to you anytime, anywhere with the always free to download Pulse of New Hampshire app.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Did you know that poisoning from toxic lead fishing tackle is the #1 killer of adult New Hampshire loons? To protect loons, the Loon Preservation Committee, New Hampshire Fish and Game, and some retailers are teaming up to buy back your lead fishing tackle. For a limited time, get $20 toward Loon Safe Tackle when you turn in your lead fishing tackle at participating locations.
For more information and participating locations, text LOON to 78,000 today. That's LOON to 78,000.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Let's go. You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to the Granite State's own Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike and the Hoss on the airways blast. Talking New England sports, they got the facts. Coaches and teachers making it clear. Wolfboro mornings filled with cheer.
When we come back from after the next break, I want to talk about the squirrel that you had on the screen. So if you're watching Facebook Live or YouTube Live, Dog put the squirrel that kind of invaded the baseball game last night with the Sox and the Yankees, and it almost cost me a TV. So I'll tell the story when we come back. But in the meantime, we have new athletic director Aaron House on the phone for New Hampshire Sports. But New Hampshire Sports is brought to you by
Bailey's Bubble. Family owned and operated Bailey's Bubble in downtown Wolfboro serves the finest ice cream in the state May through October. If you can't make it to Wolfboro for ice cream, you can still order their hot fudge, panucci, and butterscotch sauces at baileysbubble.com. My favorite is their homemade hot fudge. When placing your order, don't forget to tell them that Mike and the Hoss sent you.
Aaron House, the new athletic director of Bishop Brady, is kind enough to join us today. Aaron, how are you? And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
This is not your first time on our show. I think this is the third or fourth time, but this is the first time in your new position. Tell us about new idea at Bishop Brady. What do you say? What's exciting you about the new opportunity that's coming up? And we know you took a year off from that role as being an athletic director. How did this come about?
Well, it just we saw the job posted out there, and I was getting a little, I wouldn't say bored, but tired of sitting on the bench, I guess. And I just love high school athletics. I love being around the student athletes. I love watching them do well in the classroom and just be good citizens on their campuses. And then obviously seeing it spill onto the playing fields and courts and tracks and all and rinks and all that good stuff. So to me, it was just time to, kind of see what was out there. I saw the posting at Bishop Brady and yeah, the rest is history. I'm here now. I'm actually calling you guys from the backfield. I took a break here, lying in the football practice field to call in and yeah, we're excited about what we see. We've got the media night that we had last night. Good turnout, being able to give the kids their Spirit T-shirts and just all the support we're getting out of the gate. We've launched a new website for the athletic department, and we're gonna see where all this goes. But yeah, very excited to be here and the Brady way, which it's been said to me a couple of times. It's just a great community, and yeah, I'm excited to be here.
I love it. Aaron, a couple things. So you were an athletic director at Stevens. You were athletic director at Kingswood Regional High School, D2 Athletic Director of the Year. And now you're at a bit of a smaller school. What is different or what is the same as far as your responsibilities, your role for the upcoming season?
Yeah, so definitely, I guess got a little spoiled at at Kingswood, just with the sheer size of that school and the support that came by way of, the great fields crew that we had with Matt Hale and his guys. And, the fields up there were just always a gem in the state. And I would just kind of roll out from the office when it was game time and things would look, just amazing and ready to go. Here, they're very clear to me in the interview that not quite the same size school. So, you've got to line your own field. So my suntan's never looked as good as it does right now. So there's definitely that type of boots on the ground, which is fine with me. It's to get around the kids. Actually, it seems like more, fall sports at Kingswood between middle school and high school. We were north of 400 student athletes every fall. And here we're playing in a sandbox with just about 100. So I look forward to getting to know all the kids and their families. It just seems to be a little more just manageable in that respect. Not that I didn't enjoy my time at Kingswood, but I think building, perhaps stronger relationships with the folks here will be easier to do out of the gate.
Aaron, thank you. Charlie and I spend a lot of time talking about some, private schools playing in public divisions, and we've had those conversations with you before. Bishop Brady is considered a private school. How does that look now that you're on the inside? Are most of the kids from the Concord area, or are you getting kids traveling from an extended distance?
Yeah, we've got a good mix of kids, I'd say. As far as looking down the registration and what towns are sending their students to us, there's Concord, there's Pembroke. I've seen kids from Franklin, seen kids from Laconia. I think ultimately, being on the other side of the equation now, yes, it's a private school, but it's also, the Roman Catholic education and experience. So there's families selecting the school really based on education and faith, I think, first and foremost above athletics. I did make a joke to the kids last night at media night, that when we were at Kingswood and we would see them roll in their Bishop Brady bus, that, we certainly, the alarm bells will go off, right? The private school kids have arrived. A lot of those kids have, so they just laugh because they have their own experiences with those buses, and I'm not going to get into on the radio today, but yeah, you've got that look and feel. I still have the opinion that, it might be a good idea down the road for the NHIA to consider splitting public and private schools when it comes to, playoff systems. I would support that. But here I am, and the bylaws of the state are what they are, and we're just going to, challenge the kids each day here to be the best versions of themselves on and off the field, and hopefully that puts us in competitive situations and games.
Yeah, that's great. I appreciate that. The other thing, Aaron, so obviously you're an athletic director, but Little Bird told me you're doing a little more than athletic directing. Are you going to be doing some coaching this season as well?
Oh yeah, news travels fast. Yeah. As soon as I was hired, there were multiple coach positions that I was informed we had to hire right away, and one was football. So we did have someone in that didn't work out, unfortunately. So we have a great new head coach, Doug Ierardi. He's coached on the West Coast. He's come back east to finish his teaching career up here at Bishop Brady. And he's assumed the head coaching role, but we didn't really want to make the families or the student athletes nervous by, having a new list of posters out there. So you're talking to the new defensive coordinator for Bishop Brady football.
Right on.
And I gotta say, I've been a fan of the sport a long time, and now to be on the other side of something and take the time to really learn the game and obviously run it by someone who's been around the game a long time, and Coach Ierardi. It's been eye-opening, and we're looking forward. We go to the Newfound Jamboree next weekend, and the kids, small numbers but big hearts, and we're gonna go out every game and really every practice and just work to get better.
That's awesome,
Aaron. Expanding on that, we know that when you were here, especially on the latter end, it was hard to find coaches that were willing to step up. We see that just like teachers and administrators, or the pool for public education, private education, coaches, teachers is shrinking. What do you see as the biggest obstacle in finding coaches right now at Bishop Brady or any other school?
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. It's just it takes a special person to coach. You gotta be selfless. You got to give up a lot of hours. You got to have a supportive family behind you. In my case, I do, and because you're going to be stepping away from them for many hours in a week, and then that of course compounds over the course of the season. So it takes a special person to coach, and I think that kids and families realize that. And while we're on the topic of what it takes, even officials, right? I mean, that's been one of the biggest obstacles, making sure that we've got enough officials. There's been an aging official pool, and we all hear the stories of fan behavior, and that could be part of it. Officials don't want to be yelled at, or I heard a story the other day about an official being spit on as he was leaving a game, and that was the last of his officiating days. And so is it the fans driving some officials out? Is it coaches feeling they've always got to look over their shoulder? I think it would be great if parents did more maybe at the youth levels to realize what went into coaching. I think it's very easy to be a team manager, and certainly it's very easy to sit on the sidelines and kind of be in the back seat on every play that's called. But I think sometimes parents and fans, they sometimes don't realize just the amount of work that goes into just even getting kids on a practice field or everything that goes into organizing a game. So I think just to wrap up, my answer, it takes a special person, right, to coach and to officiate. And I think sometimes just taking a step back and realizing that this is really about the kids and building their character and hopefully giving them a great experience, and people need to just kind of just chill. We all want to win. No one wants to lose, but at the same time, what are we really doing with these kids day in and day out?
Aaron, before we let you go, I want to give you an opportunity, maybe take a kind of a 30 seconds or so to just let us know, like if we had a student, high school student age in the Concord area, why would we want to consider Bishop Brady? What does that offer compared to other schools?
Well, we've got a lot of programs. So from an athletic standpoint, very, very small school, but we offer a lot of programs. We have like one gymnast, right? So it'd be my first time stepping into the gymnastics area in the state. At Stevens and Kingswood, we did not have any gymnasts, and I'm looking forward to see how that athlete competes, and obviously support her in any way we can. But I think that's the key word, is the support. Classroom size here is small. You're going to get a lot of attention from the teachers and the administration, and and then if you're interested in activities, we've got a lot of teams. We've got great student activity clubs. We've got a new music and drama teacher who also, as soon as I realized he coached soccer, we hired him as our new varsity girls soccer coach. So I think it's really just the community feel. And again, I've only been here 6 weeks or so, as far as really being around a lot. And what I'm seeing is just community driven. And again, it's, there's no running from the fact that it's a Catholic school, right? So that faith piece of it is certainly there, and I think there's just a different vibe here, as there would be a different vibe at any school that you visit around the state.
Right. Well, that's great. Will we have a chance to see you this winter? Will you be hopefully coaching on maybe a little hockey, girls ice hockey?
Yeah, that could be on the horizon. I had a field hockey player come up to me and say, "Hey, you're the new girls hockey coach." And I said, I need to get permission from my wife first. I don't know how she's going to feel after football season, but that could be on the horizon. As you guys know, I love that sport, and they've got a really great co-op situation down here between Brady and Trinity and Bow. So that program has got some good players, and I'd love to be part of it. I just probably need a few more weeks to kind of see how the chips fall for me.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
That's great.
Hey, Aaron, we're going to let you go. Thank you, obviously, for taking the time to join us. I mean, obviously, it sounds like your schedule is pretty full between AD and defensive coordinator. Are you running quarters or two gap? What are we doing? What are we doing for the defense? Or you're not going to give that away?
No, that's not coming out today. If there's anything I've learned on YouTube, it's like people want to come scout you, they can get the information that way. But we'll unveil some stuff at the jamboree. I can just tell you that we're going to be quick off the ball, and we're just looking to eat a lot of what they call it in Wedding Crashers, sack lunches, right?
Yeah.
You sack lunches, and that's what we want to munch on for sure.
I love it. Oh, I love it. As a football guy, Aaron, I love it. That's great. Well, congratulations,
Aaron. Best of luck to you, and thank you once again, and good luck with the season.
Yep, thanks, guys. My pleasure. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Talk to you soon. Thanks. All right, that was Aaron House, the brand new athletic director at Bishop Brady High School in Concord, and now we know the defensive coordinator for the football team. Mike,
I think we're going to see more and more of that. I'm glad we were able to get into the coaching and looking for coaching. You're going to start seeing, we see it with teachers, one applicant here, one applicant there for some of these positions, and now you're going to start seeing no applicants. And I think Aaron hit it on the head that it's a big commitment, and it's often thankless. It is often thankless because the way that our society is right now, if if somebody doesn't get playing time, the next thing you know, you're the most evil thing that's ever walked the earth.
Yeah. I mean, it's Mike, you do it. I mean, you're still coaching. And when I was coaching, you're right. It's a thankless job. I mean, sometimes we'd be coming home from Hanover, and we'd get in 11:30, and then a parent will forget to pick their kid up. And all of a sudden it's, 1 a.m. and you're still waiting for the kid to get picked up. It's a lot of
Charlie,
hours.
I was in a restaurant the other night, and a former player's parent was in there, and whatever the reason was, it did not end as a good experience. And the stink eye that was coming my way all night long was so uncomfortable. And who in the world wants to put themselves out to that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's because somebody didn't play, 2 innings at the end of the game. That's what it ends up amounting to. So anyway, all right. When we come back, we have trivia 603-228-2080. Make sure you give us a call.
News, information, and discussion. This is 107.7 WTPL.
Hey, Dr. Brooke, did you hear the big news? I sure did. Crossroads Chiropractic was voted best chiropractor in the capital area. And we were voted best in the Lakes region, too. I wonder if we'll win best in the 603 in September. Then it would be a trifecta. Either way, we're honored and so grateful, especially to all the busy parents and families who trust us to help keep them healthy and active. Absolutely. It's a reflection of the care, results, and trust we strive for every single day. Whether it's tech neck, back pain from carrying the kids, or stress from juggling it all, we get it. We help moms, dads, and even little ones feel and function at their best. To celebrate, we've got a new patient special, just $59 for a full consultation, exam, and includes any necessary x-rays. If your body's been on the back burner while you're raising your family, this is your sign to take care of you. Come see us at Crossroads Chiropractic in Pembroke, Bedford, Meredith, and Epping. Call 603-575-9080 or visit crossroadschiropractic.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Another hunting season is just around the corner. Get everything you need at Morse Sporting Goods in Hillsboro during their open house Saturday, August 23rd. Check out the TX-28 crossbow from 10 Point and the Raven LR crossbow. And bows by Bowtech, Matthews, Hoyt, Bear, Elite, and Prime. Get arrows, stands, game cameras, and a full line of guns and ammo and the latest turkey gear, plus everything for fall fishing. At Morse's open house this Saturday, win door prizes and get store-wide sales, serving sportsmen and women for over 43 years. Morse Sporting Goods, Kentucket Falls Road, Hillsboro.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can easily find the right home insurance for you, even if it's not with Progressive. But if you don't choose us, then sure, okay, it's not going to work out. We're not going to cry about it or stay awake wondering what our future together would have looked like. We can't get emotionally invested, even if it sounds like we are. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer allows you to easily compare home insurance rates and coverages in one place, even if it's not with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I love you. I shouldn't have said that.
Get in touch with the show anytime at thepulseofnh.com and on the free-to-download Pulse of NH app. Now, back to Mike and the Haas on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
In the Haas on the radio waves. Just by day, coaches making plays.
603-228-2080. You can use that number for trivia. Before we do trivia, I want to tell you the squirrel story because Dog had the squirrel up on our Facebook feed again. I don't know if you know, during the Red Sox game last night, a squirrel was running around the field, one of those situations, and it went on for like 15, 20 minutes. Every friggin' time that they showed that squirrel, one of my dogs jumped off the couch and was going at the TV. Every single time. I said, stop showing the damn squirrel. It's going to cost me. And my son-in-law kept intercepting my dog as he was going at the TV every friggin' time. It was enough. I was like, enough with the friggin' squirrel. So anyway, that's my squirrel story.
Your dog wanted to help out. He could have eradicated.
I don't get it. Sometimes they put on doggy TV and there's animals there, but this squirrel got underneath his skin and he wanted that squirrel. But, yeah. All right, trivia, Charlie.
Yep.
Didn't help.
No.
Right. Today's trivia is sponsored by Seven Sons Cafe, tucked away on Railroad Ave in the heart of downtown Wolfboro. Seven Sons Cafe is a welcoming spot for both locals and visitors alike. This cozy cafe is beloved for its mouth-watering crepes, hearty bagel sandwiches, and a wide selection of beverages, from expertly brewed coffee and soothing teas to vibrant fruit smoothies. On sunny days, enjoy your meal al fresco while soaking in the lively charm of downtown Wolfboro. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite or settling in with a drink, Seven Sons offers a warm and relaxed atmosphere that's hard to beat. During the summer season, the cafe is open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. When you stop by, be sure to let them know that Mike and the Haas sent you. So this is trivia for Seven Sons Cafe. Who is the most recent New England Patriots player to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Who is the most recent New England Patriots player to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame? That's in Canton, Ohio. It happened actually not that long ago. If you know, 603-228-2080. That's 603-228-2080 for a chance to win a Seven Sons Cafe gift card.
We're going to preview the Patriots season next week on next week's show. And I know we still have to do the poll question, but I want to get to, Charlie, your opening take, because I think it was in the news quite a bit this week, and it kind of touches on It's obviously some sensitive topics for some people anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's a sensitive topic for some people. Not me, but it's a sensitive topic. So my take is, why are some NFL fans upset over male cheerleaders? And there's all sorts of craziness that's going on. There's a couple reasons. Maybe because of tradition, there's a change. There's nostalgia and expectations for decades that NFL cheerleading was associated with women, and that you have the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders come to mind from years ago. There's these gender norms, of course, and stereotypes that males should not be cheerleaders. There's things even like homophobia and misogyny. I mean, there's just so much to it. And for me, it's just absolutely crazy that people are going berserk that there are male cheerleaders, professional cheerleaders in the NFL. Mike, we have a friend, a close friend, that was an actual male cheerleader in college. He was injured while playing football and then transitioned and became a male cheerleader. Male cheerleaders are stud athletes. They're strong. They do all sorts of amazing things. They for lack of a better term, they're athletes. They're amazing. They can do amazing things. And I don't have a problem. And it's almost like everybody that is against this is like a Neanderthal, like that they're just like cavemen, like men can't be cheerleaders. It's the most ridiculous thing. If you see guys that are cheerleaders, you're like, oh my gosh, they're absolute studs. The amount of strength that they have, flipping women, flipping other people, catching people. It's just amazing that the athletic awareness is crazy. So I'm just kind of like, why all of a sudden? It's not like this is the first time that there's been a male cheerleader in 2025. They've existed for quite some time. So I don't know what the outrage is. Your thoughts, Mike, Dog?
Well, so I mean, what's really is the Vikings, the Minnesota Vikings, put 2 male cheerleaders on their team, and they're I don't know, what are the leaders, I guess, of the squad? I don't know what you call that, but they're in the front.
Cheer
and
captain, we'll call him cheer captain.
Captain, yeah. And for some reason, this has really sparked a lot of outrage. I'm not surprised. The direction, I'm going to go a little political, Charlie. I'll dip my toes in a little bit. The direction that our country is going, anything that is post 2000, post 1990 is considered woke, and we got to get back to the 1950s. And so it's not surprised that the woke police did this. It really isn't. I think it's low hanging fruit for them, because they could put on social media something negative about these male cheerleaders, and they know they're going to find some Neanderthal, to your point, that is going to support them. And then they're going to run with this, and then the next thing you know, it becomes viral and it grows. I do appreciate these two guys that for Minnesota, they stood their ground. And they clapped back at all the negativity that was coming their way. And I support the Minnesota Vikings, that the Minnesota Vikings are clapping back at this too. And any other team that supports their male cheerleaders, God, it doesn't have to be a woman thing. It doesn't have to be that. And, maybe back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, whenever the Dallas cheerleaders started, they probably weren't there in the 40s, but in the 70s when they were there.
Yeah, they were popular, very popular in the 70s, right?
But,
so.
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't affect you. It's
fine. I was
fine.
gonna say, that's the thing. It doesn't affect you. If you go to a ball game, like, you don't have to even watch the cheerleaders if you don't want to. You're there to watch football. That's fine. And if you're watching it on TV, whatever, they're it's not like they're giving an hour routine of cheerleading. They're going to give a couple minutes here and there. It is what it is. Like, move on. I can't, it's funny that you say this, Mike, but you can't, like, the low hanging fruit. It's so true. Like, if this really ruins your day, you got bigger problems in life than male cheerleaders. It's crazy.
Yep. That's where we're at right now, Charlie. I'm sorry. That's where we're at right now. I want to do trivia before we go take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll do the poll question.
Absolutely. So this is a chance to win a gift card to Seven Sons Cafe. Who is the most recent New England Patriots player to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame? If you know who that player is, last one, New England Patriots player, Pro Football Hall of Fame, give us a call, 603-228-2080. That's 603-228-2080.
All right, we'll be right back. We will be right back.
107.7 WTPL, the pulse of New Hampshire.
I'm Dennis Roberts Jr., owner of Hillsboro Ford and Hillsboro Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram right here in Hillsboro, New Hampshire.
They're going to know it's not me. It's AI.
Nobody's going to know. I asked myself, let's move these rides. They said, sure, boss. Then took lunch outside. Now Escapes and Rams are collecting dust. So I'm slashing prices cause someone more. Hillsboro Ford, Jeep Ram 2. We're losing thousands just to help you. Service, just check the reviews. We treat folks right and give them real value. So head to the Hillsboro Ford and Jeep Ram in Hillsboro, New Hampshire, where the deals are.
Abundant Life's 50th annual preseason stove and fireplace sale happens this Labor Day weekend. Friday, August 29th through Monday, September 1st, save up to 40% on all wood, gas, and pellet stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. Abundant Life carries the best names in the heating industry: Harmon, Hearthstone, Lo-Fi, Fireplace X, Vermont Castings, and Yodel. 4 days only to take advantage of these sale prices and a 30% tax credit. These prices will be the absolute lowest of the year, and the 30% tax credit ends on December 31st. Don't delay and miss out on this huge sale and the 30% tax credit. Shop early and get your stove installed before the weather turns cold. Manufacturer's reps will be on hand, along with the expert staff to answer any specific heating questions. No money down financing options. Hundreds of stoves in stock. Abundant Life Stoves and Spas will beat any competitor's price. Abundant Life is also running a huge Labor Day sale on all their Bullfrog hot tubs and swim spas. Abundant Life Stoves and Spas, New Hampshire's largest since 1972. Route 4 Chichester. Visit just 3 miles east of Concord. NHHeat.com.
Hi, this is Corey McDonald from McDonald Law in Hampton Falls. This is our 20th year in business, and our focus is all aspects of family law, from divorce to post-divorce or parenting matters. We know that even under the best of conditions, divorce and parenting matters can be a significant challenge. But at McDonald Law, our team of professionals include former law enforcement and prosecutors, which gives us the expertise to look beyond the obvious for solutions that'll work for you. If we can help you in any way, reach out to mcdonaldlaw.us. That's McDonald law.us.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-475-1818. That's 800-475-1818.
You're listening to the Granite State's own Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Charlie, we don't have a lot of time left. We have a trivia answer. Mike from Concord, what do you have?
Yeah, hi guys, great show. I believe it's Ty Law, isn't it?
Oh, Mike, good guess. Hey, thanks for the compliments on the show. Good guess. It's not Ty Law. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a little secret. That's what Mike.
That's what I thought it was Ty Law too. I had the great guess. That's a great guess.
It's a great guess. Yeah. So thanks for listening to the show. We appreciate you. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Mike. It is
So-
not Ty Law. So for the trivia question, let me give it one more time. Who is the most recent New England Patriots player to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame? We know that it's not Ty Law. If you know, 603-228-2080. That's 603-228-2080.
All right, we are a little bit short on time, so let's cover the poll question real quick. Last week's poll question was about whether we want to see the alumni home run derby, and Dog, you had told us how that went.
For the Red Sox, yes, alumni home run derby. No two Americas on this poll, guys, on X and on Facebook at the Pulse of NH. 100% yes on both platforms. They want to see it. They want to see Yaz wearing a hat and a helmet hitting a home run with the Red Sox. They want to see Jim Ed Rice continue his slugging prowess at the oldest ballpark in America. They want to see Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz do what they did in the 2000s.
I think they're, for lack of a better word, and I know there's a pun, they're hitting a home run with this. And it's not just the Red Sox. It started with Milwaukee. But, think Carlton Fisk coming back and dude, that whole thing, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This week's poll question, next week, Bill Belichick kicks off his North Carolina Tar Heels career against TCU, 3-point underdogs, by the way. And so the question's simple. I mean, we're all going to be interested. And what is it, Dog? What's the poll question?
Will Bill Belichick be successful as a head coach at University of North Carolina? Yes or no?
Are you guys, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I think this is great. I love Bill, always have loved Bill. And I think this transition to college ball, it's exciting for me.
Bill, for us doing a sports talk show, Bill gives us so much material, and we're 7 years into this, and it's been 7 years of material. Whether you like him or you don't like him, it's material between girlfriends and ex-girlfriends and Nantucket and crafts and everything. He gives us material. I want it to be successful. That gives us more material. Dog, you look like you're going to say something.
There you go. I'm intrigued by it, guys, just to see how this is going to turn out. Does he still have it? He is in his 70s. So usually when you're in your 70s or you're a head coach in the NFL, you retire or you go to another NFL team. Right. But we realize the NFL doesn't want him back, whether it's because of his girlfriend or because he burned a lot of bridges, or Bob Kraft did the Jerry Jones thing and say, don't hire this guy, and goes to college. So it's going to be interesting to see if he succeeds at North Carolina or this becomes a train wreck. I'm not here for the train wreck. I don't like train wrecks. No. I'm not one of these, don't want to stare, but you can't look away. I do not stare at the train wreck. So
I want to get to the Red Sox, but Bill has, in the interviews that he's done this week, just this week, he's throwing some barbs at the Patriots, talking about the difference in what it's coaching down in North Carolina, that nobody's in front of him. He's not dealing with a son or a PR person or any of that kind of stuff. It's his show. He doesn't have anything blocking him or getting in his way of making it successful. And when he didn't have that with New England, when it was totally his show, he was successful.
Right.
So he's still sour about the whole New England thing.
Right. And talk about, Bill has taken the Patriots way and he's bringing it down to North Carolina. And he was talking, there was an interview about his different how he coaches players differently. And he's like, there's really not a lot of difference. And it was cool for him to say, I sat down with a lot of these guys and I showed them old tapes of Patriots of Gronk and Brady and Edelman, and just showed them this is the right way to do it. And this is what I want you guys to do. And I thought that was really cool that he's bringing a lot of that Patriots stuff with him.
He's going to have a challenge because every team that they play, it's going to be their Super Bowl going against Belichick. Oh, yeah. And they're going to get every other team, every other coach's best, just like that happened in the NFL. In the NFL, the other coaches geared up to play Belichick, and they're going to see the same thing happen in college.
If he can recruit a guy with a last name Brady, moving forward, I think that'll help him. So that way they can say Brady helped him out in the pros, and a guy named Brady can help him out in college.
There you go.
The plan was to do a pre-game. The Red Sox are following us right after this. It's a Crochet day. Garrett Crochet is pitching. Yeah. Probably the two biggest wins over the past two nights. I was worried. They had lost 5 out of 6. They go in against Baltimore and Florida.
Miami.
6 out of Miami. I'm not wrong. I mean, they are in Florida.
It's the right state. Yeah, just the wrong. Yeah.
1993 to 2011, yes. From 2012 present.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Miami.
Anyway, I wasn't feeling good about them going into New York, and it's come to find out New York's not a very good baseball team, at least how they've played the past couple nights. That Thursday night thing was a disaster for if you're a Yankees fan. 4 errors, and even last night, some of the mental errors that were made trying to double off Duran or to get Duran going back to the bag, which was just silly. It was just a silly play. So I'm feeling better about the Red Sox. I think that, they're going into today. If they can come away with 3 wins out of these 4 games, they're rolling. You could say now they're rolling. If they split, I think it's okay, but they've already got the split. They already have that. So they're playing with house money. In my eyes, they're playing with house money today.
Yeah, and they're rolling from the Yankees, and then they're rolling to the Orioles and the Pirates. So there's some really good opportunities to win some baseball games for the Red Sox. One of the things I was looking at, so the Red Sox have 70 wins right now. They're 5 back in the AL East, and they're top seed in the wild card. I had predicted, if you remember our predictions, I had said they were going to get 86 wins. So they can do that. Mike, I think they're going to surpass your expectation. What did you say, like 81 or 82? Right?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be 81. 82.
But yeah, I mean, I think the Red Sox could actually meet my mark this year and get into the playoffs.
How many games left? I don't have that in front of me.
Well,
what's their record? We'll do
70 and 59.
So 70 is 129 games. So they got 33 games left.
Yeah,
I believe. So I think that getting 16 more wins is reasonable. If they have 33 games, that's not even 500 ball.
Exactly.
I think that for them that they should be thinking 90. 90 is probably going to be what it takes to get in, and 90 is a good number. 90 is a good number. That's a good season, and they're not collapsing. They almost were collapsing, but these 2 wins kind of lifted them from collapsing, which was what they've done in the past few Augusts. It's been good, and I think Crochet going today. If there's concern, it's how Crochet's pitched a little bit down the stretch here.
Right.
And is he tiring out? Is he hitting that wall? He's pitched more this year than he ever has. And so there is that concern. But Bea was on fire last night. Chapman is unhittable right now. He doesn't even have to throw a strike. He threw 3 balls to Aaron Judge last night. All were called strikes. 3 balls.
Thank you, umpires. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was great. And the way he came in and just closed it out was awesome. And the fact that it was at Yankee Stadium was even better. So
I like the Red Sox 8 and 9. 8th and 9th inning with Whitlock and Chapman. That's good. Bueller's back in the pen. Hopefully that strengthens that 6th inning, 7th inning. It gives them a little bit more flexibility. What'd you think about the password last night? He made his debut.
He made his debut. Yeah, the squirrel liked him. I saw that.
The squirrel. Well, he had one going off the back of his hair.
All
He had
right.
he had some locks.
Yeah. Before we go, Mike, the answer to the trivia question is the most recent New England Patriots player to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame was Richard Seymour in the class of 2022. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week.
Don't forget Overtime with Mike and the Hoss midweek.
Thank you.